What are you thinking about?
I do what I do because of my dad. He was a hero. He gave his life for the pursuit of knowledge.
Control, if you're getting that, over.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel over here at Broke Boy Media, and today we are going to be reviewing As Astra, and with me back from the grave is Devin. How are you doing today, buddy?
How's it going? I'm sad I missed that Hustlers review, but yeah, I could have corrected your Jennifer Lawrence mistake. But...
Oh my gosh, you don't even get me started with that. I was typing up the script and everything, and you know, I put it out there, and one of my friends, he was like, dude, you said Jennifer Lawrence, but you eventually corrected yourself. I was like, no, I didn't. I looked back and I was like, yep, yeah, I messed up. I screwed the pooch. So
yeah,
it's all right. It's too late now, but oh well. I don't want to go back and re-render it, but maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But as I said earlier, we are today we are reviewing As Astra featuring Brad Pitt. And before we get started today, just want to let you guys know that we are available to listen to this review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, here on YouTube, and Anchor as well. And if you'd like to, follow us on Twitter at Broke Boy Media. That's broke_boy, spelled BOI_media. We like to talk about movies and, you know, games sometimes, but mainly movies, TV shows. And the Emmys are this weekend. So that's very, very fun. I'm just waiting for my favorite show in the world to wipe the floor. Sorry. No, I'm not biased, but you know, if I'm excited for the Emmys overall. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, so let me just read this synopsis here for As Astra really quick. Astronaut Roy McBride undertakes a mission across the unforgiving solar system to uncover the truth about his missing father and his doomed expedition that now, 30 years later, threatens universe. Directed by James Gray and written by James Gray and Ethan Gross, and stars Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones, Ruth Negga, and a little bit of Liv Tyler. Yeah, just a little bit. She's
and a skosh of Donald Sutherland.
And a skosh of Donald Sutherland. Yeah. Overall, you know, when I didn't really know what to make of this movie. This is going to be kind of a quick review of our thoughts about this because
there's a lot to digest.
There's a lot to digest, and we don't want to go overboard with talking about everything. But
this is the type of movie that you need to see for yourself, just because it's so different. You need to see how you feel about it.
And like, I mean, if you liked movies like Interstellar or my gosh, Annihilation or First Man, then you'll probably like this movie. Granted that you know, Interstellar and Annihilation a little bit more action based, but those definitely kept me interested throughout. And so did this movie as well. I never saw First Man, but I like Brad Pitt's performance. It was a very slow burn.
This is the year of Brad Pitt. Especially
really
come Oscar season, he's gonna have a couple nominations.
He's gonna be.
He might be nominated for lead actor and supporting actor. I don't know when the last time that happened.
Yeah, that is very true. He's on the come up, man. He is definitely on the come up. Cliff Booth was probably one of my favorite characters come out of this year so far. So the train has left the station.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What were your quick thoughts about this movie? Just, you know, what you liked, what you didn't like, and so on and so forth.
I think like my favorite thing by far is like the setting. I loved like how they said in the beginning was like near future. So it was like definitely in the future, but like you don't really know how far into the future it was. And I love how they were like subtle with how they showed how it was the future. Like they had futuristic things, but it wasn't like, oh, this is the year 3000. Like, oh, look at us. But it was just like a really, really cool setting.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the cinematography was amazing. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for not seeing this in IMAX because originally I was going to, but my plans changed throughout the day. So I just went to go see it in a standard viewing. But it kept me on the edge of my seat, man. You know, I don't hate this movie whatsoever. like
the idea of commercial travel to different planets is just so cool. Like, yeah, it was cool. It feels like we're close, but at the same time, it just feels so far away.
Yeah, because
it's like it's a really cool time period.
Yeah. That's exactly what I liked about it. You know, it's kind of, you know, colonizing a little bit on Mars and the moon. You know, he goes from Earth to the moon, and then from the moon to Mars, and then from Mars.
Like imagine getting on a rocket, like just like it's a plane.
Yeah, that's pretty much how they had it. I was
it's
like,
crazy.
I was like, this is odd.
And then it's kind of weird. It's like
coworkers.
The movie's kind of like a slow burn, but it has action to get you through it, and you're on the edge of the seat the whole time. So it's kind of a weird combination.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, I definitely felt the movie made me care about, Brad Pitt playing the son and his father. It made me care about the relationship because you kind of wanted to know what happened. But the one little gripe I had about it was, after he sneaks on to the shuttle from Mars to Neptune. Is it Neptune? To Jupiter? Neptune. Yeah, Neptune.
One of those.
Huh?
One of those.
I think it was Neptune. Just correct me, everyone, whoever is listening to this. And, he sneaks on, with his little crew that originally he pretty much saved their skin. And then, they tried to kill him.
Yeah, and then he kind of murders them all, which is kind of like
indirectly.
They were going with a flawed protagonist type of thing, which I could get it, but it was just kind of odd that he was put in that situation and had to do that.
Yeah, I mean, they did him dirty a little bit there. They're like, okay, we brought you to Mars to try to contact with your father, and clearly something happened, between like the 2 times he tried to contact his father, but it's by the time he got to his father in Neptune, he was so far gone that it just kind of all fell apart. But it kept me on, when the fight between, the space monkey was kind of...
This space pirate fight was so cool.
Alpha, we have what looks like unidentified rovers approaching our position. Possible pirate activity. Alpha, we need backup ASAP.
Yeah.
The idea of space pirates is just awesome. Just people in space just chasing after him.
Just like, oh yeah, there are other people here fighting for resources, and that totally makes sense. I saw a High Top Film. I'm not sure you know who that is. He did a comparison. He showed the Rotten Tomatoes score, the audience and the critics review for Ad Astra versus Venom. And on the critic side for Ad Astra, it's highly regarded, but the audience score is very low. And it's, flipped for Venom. And he's like, something is wrong here. He's like, I think he said, this is why I've lost faith in people's, thoughts about movies. Cause in retrospect, objectively, I don't personally think Venom was a really good movie, and that's just me. But, with Ad Astra, I can see why some people don't like it. If you don't like space movies, like you said, this is something you have to go and see for yourself overall.
Yeah, I can see why a wider audience wouldn't like Ad Astra quite as much, just because it's kind of a different way of storytelling. Yeah. It's not what we're used to. Yeah, as far as the protagonist and everything.
There's not a lot of action, but there's just enough to keep you interested. So... yeah. Did you have any other comments, questions, concerns about the movie, or did you want to go straight to? Do you want to go straight to grading it? I guess grading it.
One of my favorite scenes was when he's reading the message that's getting sent over to his dad.
The one that went off script.
Yeah, when he goes off script and starts crying, that was really good. That's Oscar worthy.
I agree. I think that was one of my favorite scenes as well. And during the very beginning one, he's falling from, I forgot what sphere they were in, but with his parachute, got a few holes in it from the wreckage. But even that, and when him and his father, like, you know, fighting in just the middle of freaking space, I was just like, you know, you never really think about it from day to day. It's like, hey, you know, we're here, but, you know, there are other planets out there, but, you know, the whole extraterrestrial lifestyle, it's like, oh, are we the only ones here? Or maybe not. But that space monkey, I was like, holy crap. Like,
I also love towards the end, Brad Pitt's character had a quote. It was something like, I look forward to not having solitude. It was something like that.
Yeah,
I thought it was a really powerful quote.
Yeah, it was something like, I'm looking forward to the end of my solitude.
Yeah, like that sounds right.
Yeah.
That really got me thinking. That was really good.
I thought the movie was going to end right there, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Then they had added a little more action.
Yeah, it really did. I mean the one
Liv Tyler didn't do much.
Oh no, she was there for like maybe 6 minutes altogether.
It was so exciting when he asked me to come and be a part of the film, and they were already filming actually, and my character wasn't very defined, so it was kind of a work in progress. So he said, will you come out? And we sort of filmed different things over a few months to kind of...
No backstory with her. Oh yeah, that was his wife that left him because reasons of being an astronaut.
Yeah, that's probably one of my biggest gripes is the minor characters just were kind of there, like Ruth Negga, Donald Sutherland, and Liv Tyler. They were just kind of there. There wasn't much character development for them at all, but
I agree. Another gripe that I had was, you know, after he comes back to Earth, like, he doesn't really have any repercussions because they tried to get rid of him, you know, as soon as he goes back to Mars, and they're like, oh, you know, you're mentally unstable to, you know, fly back to Earth. And they said that his pulse had never hit like above 80 or something like that. But that was just another little gripe. Like when he gets back, it's like, oh, he's back. But like, did
he actually make it back?
That's a good question.
Because I think if he made it back, he might have some legal issues.
I thought he did. Well, he met Liv Tyler in the coffee shop.
Maybe it was all a dream. Maybe it was all in his head. Who knows?
I hate it when movies do that. It was all a dream. It's like, wow. But was there anything else before you wanted to wrap up here?
Yeah, it's just pretty crazy that a movie about space decides to take the different route, and instead of having extraterrestrial life, this movie goes out saying, hey, maybe there's nothing out there, and it's just humans that we have to rely on. Kind of an interesting take.
I agree, man. I definitely agree because, yeah, like pretty much. Well, I never saw First Man, but I am assuming that's not really about extraterrestrial life.
No, but like a lot of movies about aliens in space seem to just always be like,
Interstellar.
oh, there's aliens out there, and this one's kind of took the opposite route, and it was kind of a bleak look at our universe, but on the same hand,
yeah, and
we got to look out for ourselves.
I totally. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. No, I totally agree. Though it kind of just reminds of us, if anything, how alone we are in the universe, because you don't really think about the day to day, like I said earlier, but like, you know, what else could be out there? But sometimes it's like, what if there just isn't? It's just,
it makes you think,
what if there were, you know, there's a reason why there's no, you know, oxygen in space. Sometimes people believe that we're not really meant to go up into space, but.
And I like the fact that even when they got on other planets and on the moon, it was still like the same, like commercialized.
Yeah.
Everything was like.
There were people born on like the moon and Mars. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you give this score, this grade out of 100, Devin?
I was going back and forth. I think I'm going to go with solid 80. Okay. I didn't love it, but I definitely appreciate what it was going for, and I like the vision and everything.
Right. Yeah, so I'll probably have to go with I'm gonna go with a 77. And that's not a bad score whatsoever. I really did enjoy the film. It's just maybe I need a second viewing to understand it more, because I understood where they're coming from, but I mean, it was great. You know, it was beautifully shot. You know, the acting was amazing. You know, little gripes here and there, obviously, but I'm pretty much on the same boat with you on this one, because at first I didn't think I was going to like this movie, but I ended up liking a little bit more towards the end. But it did get me thinking. Yeah. Just in general. So, yeah, I would say just 77, just because, you know, no movie's perfect, but that's not a 77 is not a bad score, everyone out there. This isn't, I'm going to give this a C plus, whatever. This isn't math, you know, algebra or whatever, school in general. I would say anything like, maybe like 50 or below is a little concerning.
Yeah, I'd say anything above 60 is good.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Because everyone, even with games, people were like, ooh, you know, I don't know about that game. You know, it's in the 70s. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game. But same thing with movies. And Brad Pitt even said himself that, you know, you shouldn't judge a movie based on its opening weekend box office. All right, so let's just end this here. Thank you, everyone, for listening in on this review of As Astra. Again, you can listen to this review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Acor, and you can catch the YouTube version here on YouTube, obviously. And Devin, always thank you for coming on. And let's get ready for some Emmys, some football.
Yeah,
as well.
Good Sunday coming up.
We got a great Sunday coming up. Great Sunday. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. But, and also don't forget to follow us on Twitter at broke_boy_media. Boy is spelled BOI. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
That and again, what we can learn about ourselves, but at the same time, I think, you know, all the astronauts that I had heard seem to talk about, it makes them appreciate Earth all the more, and our responsibilities as custodians of Earth and with each other. And I found that really powerful.